What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success. And in this video right now, what I want to share with you are the revenues that I make for my own clothing brand generally and how many orders I can expect to receive on a regular basis. I think that this video is really going to help you by allowing you to set realistic goals for your own clothing brand and also allow you to create your own definition of success. This video is going to be great. Here it is. This channel that you're watching here is sponsored by my buds over at BrandCrowd. And if you need designs made for your brand, I recommend that you check out BrandCrowd. BrandCrowd has a tool called the Logo Maker tool, which is where they have a huge library of already professionally made logos that are fully customizable. So you can add your own fonts, your own layout to it. All of that's free to try. And then if you decide that you like the logo that you've made, then you can decide to purchase it, remove it from the marketplace so that nobody else can take it. If you're interested, follow the link in the description because it'll give you a huge discount. All right, so when it comes to the revenue that I've made for my own clothing brand, I was caught up in thinking, should I really be sharing this information with you? And I think that the answer is yes, I should definitely be sharing some of this information with you because I know that in order for you guys to really listen to me, in order for you guys to take me seriously and really put in place all of the advice that I give you, I know that it's important for you guys to trust me and to buy into what I'm saying, and you need direct evidence of that. Your brain literally needs direct evidence of that. Otherwise, you won't be interested in actually listening to this content, or at least you won't take it seriously, okay? So whatever I'm about to show you here isn't what we do every single week, and every week really tends to be different. Every month tends to be different, depending on what time of year it is. There's a lot of weeks in the summer where we really don't get a lot of sales, and there's a lot of weeks in the summer where we absolutely kill it. And if you experience that for your own brand, where you go a week where you're not getting a lot of sales, and then there's another week where you're just absolutely killing it, that's completely normal, and it's really hard to have consistency, week to week throughout the year where everything is just the same, because that's just the nature of running a clothing brand. Is you're running sales all the time, and when you do those sales, when you have an offer, you tend to get a lot of your customers then. Okay, so what I'm going to show you here is literally the last 7 days, depending on when you're watching this or when I decide to release this video, which is between September 6th and September 13th. Now we had a 50% off tees and tanks sale this week, and you can see that we brought in 50 orders, which brought in $2,793 in revenue. Now each of our t-shirts at this time was only $12.50. So we moved a lot of t-shirts, and even though there was only 50 orders in those 7 days, a lot of those orders had 3 or 4 t-shirts or a bunch of tanks thrown in, and a lot of people were ordering hoodies as well. So that's just a given week for us, and that's also a week where we're doing a sale like that for t-shirts and tanks. When we're doing a sale later on for, say, hoodies or something, we'll make way more revenue because our hoodies obviously cost more. And there's other weeks where when we're not having a sale, we'll get half that amount of orders and we won't be able to sell the same amount. The best week every year, and I'm sure this is the same for you, is Black Friday, which is at the end of November. We've been through 3 now. We're coming up on our 4th one this year, and literally every single year, it just gets crazier and crazier as we build up our brand. One thing that I feel is super important to mention here is that I have very realistic expectations for my brand and realistic goals. I'm not trying to become the next Nike here. I'm completely fine building this lifestyle business where I'm just able to express really my own creativity and build a business that I can sustain my life off of. And I'm not trying to dominate the world here. I feel like too many brands start up thinking that they're gonna take over the world and become this next $100, $200 million brand. And that's not what I'm trying to do here, okay? I'm trying to create a brand that I can share with the people that I resonate with and that my brand resonates with, and where I'm able to make some money from it, and that's completely fine with me, okay? I also feel that, the modest numbers that I have, the numbers that aren't in the millions and millions of dollars, but where I'm making, over $100,000 in revenue, is probably a lot easier for you to learn from me. Because would you rather, do you ever go on YouTube and search up Bill Gates and try and learn from a guy like Bill Gates? It's just the things that he's been able to do, where he's at, is so unrelatable because he's making so much money. And I feel like when you learn from me, you can kind of relate because I'm probably not too far off from where you are, and it's kind of within reach for you. And that might be a lot easier for you to learn from. It also makes me a better teacher because I can relate to where you're at. I also want to mention here that I'm very proud of the results that I've been able to get for my clothing brand because everything that I put in place was very intentional. And I feel like I love teaching this content to you because everything that I'm teaching you here is very replicatable for your own clothing brand. And if you try and learn from brands like Supreme, who I'm sure you could take a lot out of their case study and apply it to your own brand, but it's really hard to look at brands like that who really caught on and just kind of made it with a huge amount of luck to get to the level that they're at. And everything that I'm teaching here on this channel is very replicatable. It was all things that I put in place very intentionally, and all the content on this channel, you may have noticed, is teaching you things that you can do for your own brand that will very likely get you to the same level that I'm at if you put all these things in place. Okay, so that's one of the things that I absolutely love about teaching on this channel, is that I feel like I'm offering you very, very solid value here, because these are things that you can put in place for your own brand and get amazing results universally across the board. I want to finish this video off on a strong note, which is that I want you to create your own definition of what success even is, okay? You don't need to make a $100 million company in order for you to feel like you've made it. Maybe your definition of success is just being able to quit your job and be able to run your brand full time. Maybe your definition of success is just being able to make a little side income with your brand while you work your normal job, right? There's very different levels of success, and no one can tell you whether you're successful or not. It really comes down to how you feel and what your goals are for what you're doing. I remember when I first started up my brand, if I ever got to the point that I'm at right now, I would have felt like, holy crap, you know, like this is absolutely amazing. I'm able to do this now full time. This is what I do. And it's funny how my definition of success has changed, and how when you get there, really you just open up and think of another definition of success, because the whole enjoyment that you get out of doing this is just setting goals and achieving them. And it's that process of growing that you fall in love with, and not necessarily the destination, because literally we're all going to be doing this forever and there's no end. You really need to fall in love with what you're doing. Hope you like this video here. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and drop your brand down there. I like to check out the brands that are watching. And if you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass video, okay? All you have to do to get access is go to www.apparelsuccess.com/masterclass. You can watch the whole thing for free. And if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to let you know about the closed Facebook group that we have going on for Apparel Success. There's a link in the description below. Follow that link, join us in the group, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.